start. Wait, mine takes 3 seconds now. Start.
Good?
Yeah, it should be.
Ooh. Just check them all out. And then you just put it in the chat.
Yours, I got the WhatsApp.
You do. Yours hasn't started yet.
Might have it.
No.
Yeah, I know.
It does.
All you gotta do is send it.
You know, open the tab and then just put in once and then it'll automatically. Because I should be already downloaded.
There you go.
For my information.
I should be already.
That's right. Should go there.
Okay. Then, yeah, if you just send it.
Yeah, we can just send it that way. So, let's get it. Give me 1 second. Oh boy, oh boy.
All right, you're good on yours, I know.
Okay. You said, is mine up?
Yep,
I
they're
don't
all
see
up.
it.
Man, mine's been blurry though. I don't know why it's been doing that. There we go.
Okay.
What's up with my phone? It's blurry.
Blur.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just keep it like that for a second.
It may. Is you connect to the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, on that phone I am, yeah.
Yeah, you probably want to get off his Wi-Fi.
But it was even before I connected to do it live, my phone was being blurred, so I need like a wipe.
Okay.
Good.
Hey, shalom, shalom.
Wow.
First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory and honor praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles, great millstone, salutations to the Akron of four corners, pushing his truth, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. All right, this is GMS Wisconsin coming back with a lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being the name of the only begotten Son. All right, Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning to exist or to be. That's the meaning of the name of the Heavenly Father, which is he exists or he to be. And the name of the only begotten Son means he, Yah, Hawashai, deliver, which means he delivers. All right, those are the names you want to call upon in these last days for the spirit, for faith, for understanding, for confidence, for the knowledge, for the eyesight, for the wisdom that is going to sustain us in these last days. And ultimately, we want to call upon those names for protection, all right, for that hedge. The scripture speaks about a mark,
100%.
which is the wa, all right, which is exemption from judgment. Revelation, the 7th chapter, speaks about having a seal. So you want to call upon those names to be covered in these last days. And ultimately, from the thermonuclear missiles, the destruction that's going to come, being shot on Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, no further ado, we're going to get into this lesson. As you can see the title, separate yourself from GMS all you want. All camps will be persecuted. Okay? Because, you know, these camps out here, these other Israelite camps, IUIC, ISUPK, HOY, all these little off-branch camps that have sprouted up. Number one thing that you notice is they don't like GMS, all right? They always try to separate themselves from us, and mainly because of the grape doctrine, and because really this is the spirit of Yahweh Bashem El Shah.
Yeah.
The scripture says, they hate thee that rebuketh in the gate. We're the first ones to correct a false doctrine. We're the first ones to do a lesson on the Charagma, which is the mark of the beast. You got a lot of camps out here that don't subscribe to the mark of the beast, you know, so they want to separate themselves when it comes to that. It's a lot of things that you got something?
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 6, verse 22. It says, blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you. In one of the words of reproach means to be a disappointment. You know, when these other camps talk about Great Millstone, it's always a disappointment.
Yep.
You know, they're
In a
always
bad light.
Yeah.
Yep.
A bad image.
We're the worst group.
Right.
Great Millstone has been deemed and coined as the worst group of Israel.
Yep.
Okay, for years. Okay, but this is the thing: if you on this camera and you on the highways and byways, you putting up videos or whatever it is, even if you is speaking false doctrine, if you're claiming to be a Hebrew Israelite, all right, if you're saying that the white man is the Edomite, and you are a Hebrew Israelite, and you holding the Bible, and the Bible is our book, and the big nose small hat people over there in Israel are not the true people. If you out here saying this, no matter where you are, guess what? You are targeted. Okay? And persecution is coming. And Shamar, look up persecution, Baba Bashar. You can look it up in the dictionary, or you can go to a verse or a scripture or whatever. You got okay, con. So understand that we all gonna get persecuted. So you separate all you want, cool, fine. All right, but like the brother just read that scripture, we're blessed when you separate us from your company. But we all gonna get persecuted. All right, so you brothers got it. Whatever precepts.
It won't go to the hotel.
It's not gonna go to. That's fine. Whatever. We do it here.
This is Luke 9:26. It says, "For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and of my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed."
Woo! So who shall ever be ashamed of me and my words? One thing that you guys are ashamed of is the Deuteronomy 22. Okay? We brought out the full proof and the full understanding on what that is talking about. Beginning with the apostles of Great Millstone. So you're ashamed of the words that's in the Bible. You're ashamed. And look up the word ashamed. You know?
Yeah, because part of our history, a lot of you Israelites don't subscribe to it. You know, that's Hebrew Israelite history.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you deal with, and it's just a law on grape. You know, what basically what you're supposed to do when this happens, when this occurs.
Right.
You know?
That's all it is. And that black devil demon, all right, Bishop Nate, he went on that thing. He went on talking to that agent, all right, that Edomite, and they just re-uploaded it for whatever reason. And he said it on there. He said that this group, I think the dude said Grand Millstone or something like that, and then he said great. He had to make sure, no, get the name right. Great Millstone is teaching to go out there and great people. That's bullshit and that's a lie. We never said that.
Yeah.
So that's slander.
I got that
Because
word.
that word means to take. It don't mean a sexual activity. That's what Apostle Tahar was bringing out.
Yep.
It technically doesn't mean to take away
They
and
have
have
the-
sex with.
see-
It don't mean that. That's what he was bringing out.
See, they have their minds to the world's view of what grape is. When you think about grape, you think about Edomite shit. When you watch SUV, I watch that shit.
Yeah.
All right, that's one of the things that I watch and I grew up watching is Law and Order, and I fuck with it. I like watching it. I don't watch the new seasons now, but I watch the old seasons. And whenever you have a case about a grape, it's a deranged Edomite lurking, beating up women, taking them for slipping a condom on, banging them out, smacking them up,
Right.
and leaving them in the goddamn alleyway, leaving them in the goddamn you know,
on the curb of a hospital.
yeah, on the curb and shit, in the closet tied up.
Yeah.
You know, that's where y'all minds is at when y'all hear it. You know, but no, it's biblical. It's just it means to seize, to take, and yes, you can take it. Okay, you can take it from women. Yes, you can take it if she is what? If she's a virgin and she's not married. That's the point. This is what happens if a woman if she has no husband. These are things that you could do. But there's a
Do we teach it? We
teach it, but we don't do it. We give you what the scriptures is talking about. But guess what? He has to pay a dowry. He has to pay the father, and then he can't cut her off for the
You gotta take care of it.
You got to take care of her.
And
But the point is, we brought out the understanding of it, and that's all. That's what it was. And it flipped to we are actually doing this act to 8-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, etc. That's slander. That's a fucking lie. But that's fine. Slander is all you want. Try to separate us all you want. But guess what? Them Gurgan troops are still gonna knock on everybody's motherfucking door. Martial law is still gonna happen. All right. So go ahead, bro. Whatever y'all got.
All right, so I got
Is this some more of that?
Yes.
Go ahead. Read it again and start it over. And you break it down.
This is Luke 9:26. It says, "For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed."
Which, Salaki, real quick, because you wanted the definition of ashamed and to back the brother up.
Yep.
The word ashamed means to be embarrassed or guilty because of one's actions, characteristics, or associations.
yes,
It says, yeah, that's the main point, or associations. You know, because we brought out the thing about great, we bring out that, again, the other prophecies like with Charagma, we tell you that certain nations will not be around after a certain period of time, because even at that, like with Project Megiddo, just to show that right there identifies all Israelite groups.
Yep.
All that they have in common is that the white man's going to go into slavery.
Yep.
And they don't differentiate from this one and that one. And really, here's another thing, man. The one group that comes off combative and radical, like it calls us groups, the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. The one group that makes it look the worst is IUIC. Because IUIC is at the front of the picture of the definition of Project Megiddo, or the
Militarized.
And
All of them really. All of them have that militarized
Right.
type of
right,
vibe with them.
exactly.
And
And we and the only ones who tell you a transition of a power and rulership is coming, and that yes, certain things are going to occur. The ones though that are being wise about it and not making it right, because we understand that we're in captivity and all that. But the only one doing it the proper way is Great Millstone.
Yep.
But y'all want to separate, and we're not about trying to get y'all to join.
Hell
Or
no.
that it's the fact that you can try all you want to run away from if you get approached one
certain
day.
doctrines.
Yeah, you're gonna get.
I ain't the
approached.
camp that talk about the great.
Right.
That's what they do.
Yeah. An agent's gonna approach you one day to try to take you, and you find out they're taking everybody that believed in the great doctrine. You're gonna. I didn't say that. That's them over there.
You
It ain't
still
gonna
claiming
matter.
to be an Israelite.
Exactly.
Dummy. You're
Exactly.
still being an Israelite. This is what's the fear. The fear is the Israelites awakening.
Right.
Real quick,
Great
get
fear.
Revelation 11:11.
Okay.
Exactly.
So while he's finding that, the rest of the shame means to be reluctant to do something through fear of embarrassment or humiliation.
They're embarrassed of the truth.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's why when they was dealing with the black unconscious community, that when you was dealing with the black unconscious community, you seen Al-Azhar, chief priest, Grand Bebo Lottie himself. He tried to shy away from it with Polite,
And Polite broke it down.
and Polite actually broke it down. He got it right. Now guess who else getting it right? Sarnetta's he got it right.
That's his way. Yeah.
But you Israelite, right, because of the woman, But regardless, he actually acknowledged it,
Yeah.
being a heathen. He actually acknowledged it. So you guys is not trying to acknowledge what the words is actually saying. You're ashamed of the truth,
Yeah.
and there ain't no way to look around it. You're ashamed of the truth.
It says right here, the adjective is to feel shamed, distressed, or embarrassed by feelings of guilt, foolishness, or disgraced.
Yeah, because they basically go off of what the world is saying, like you were saying earlier. It's all about what the world,
Their view.
the world view.
Yeah.
And see, you trying to make this thing, this Israelite thing, a part of the world. We
Modern.
can't mesh with the world. No, you can't modernize this. The scriptures say, "What the Lord changed not."
Yeah.
And so His laws and all the customs that He set up, He's going to reestablish them in the earth.
Exactly.
So ain't no way you can take those away. So you guys are just really, again, like you're saying, y'all are trying to,
This is the. I'm sorry.
Shit. No.
No, what you just said was bro, this is the ancient way. We're reading ancient scriptures,
Yeah, exactly.
okay?
In a modern world.
We're reading ancient customs in a demonic, perverse world that we're living in. We're reading old texts. Like, do y'all gotta understand what you're reading? There was an old way, an ancient way, what is known as a Eastern way before we even got over here. And through the blessings of Yahweh Bashim Rashai and His mercy, those manuscripts has traveled all the way thousands of years, and it's right here in our lap. And we're reading it in this modern ass fucking world.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
I got precepts.
And it ain't just about the grape. I don't want to just stay on that.
Right.
But that's a big part of their separation. Okay? But they wanna separate from us off of our rebuke. They hate thee, they rebuke it in the gate. They want to separate everything. But that's fine. You can separate from us all you want. Persecution is coming to all the Israelites. All right? And Lord willing, if we remember, just get them tabs up. Just put on deck
your captor doesn't
the
just
letters
hate
sent to the 127 provinces.
Your captor does not just hate individuals, man. He hates the whole nation.
Right.
Jacob's trouble is about coming down on the entire nation, not just the men
of
that
GMS.
fear the Lord or GMS.
Yeah.
Right.
They forgot about that perpetual hatred that Esau has towards the nation of Israel.
Part of that ashamedness comes from being unwilling or restrained because of fear of shame, ridicule, or disapproval. And y'all want to be approved by your enemies, man. You want to be accepted into, again, you want everything to be modernized. And that's not the case. Y'all, it says they were ashamed to show their work.
Real quick, definition of persecution.
Yep, you got it.
This is persecution says hostility and ill treatment, especially of the basis of ethnicity, religion, or sexual orientation or political beliefs.
Ooh, see?
So
That's
oppression, victimization.
So that's what that's how they're gonna come down. In fact, let me get this real quick. Persecute. Let me get that. Did you just got that from the dictionary out?
Yeah.
Let's just find it in the scripture. Persecution. Let me see. And this is what you guys, and that's the parable of the seed. It's Matthew 13:20. It says, "But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it." So when you hear this word, you're joyous. That's that sweet. All right, I believe that's in Revelation, the 10th chapter. You jump to Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. All right, it's sweet. It's like honey to you. Anon, you receive it. I'm an Israelite. Hey, I'm an Israelite.
With joy.
You know, we were kings, we're priests, we're beloved of the Lord. We have the kingdom of heaven, right? Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds sweet. But as Isaiah, I believe it's 59:19, it says, "He that depart away from evil maketh himself a prey." It's a backlash to this joyness.
Yeah.
Okay? It's yet hath he not root in himself, which is what? The foundation. You gotta have a foundation when you come to this. This ain't just no happy-go-lucky party. We're Israelites, you know?
Yeah, that's how they treating it, though.
Yeah, that's how Jake treating it.
Yeah.
Get your woman, get your wife, your kids, you know? Let's get all together. Let's have a celebration. Let's have a party. It ain't about that.
You're not in the kingdom.
Yeah, we ain't in the kingdom, man. We gotta suffer persecution.
Yeah, and just like you spoke on, basically Haman sending those letters out.
Yeah.
We are in that type of similar situation where they want to put our heads on pikes. Really, man.
See, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Now Haman was pissed off at Mordecai.
Yeah, he was.
He was mad at Mordecai because Mordecai didn't fucking bow.
Yeah.
But what'd he do? Through Mordecai pissing him off and angering him. Hey, there's a malicious group. Somebody get that on deck too. It's an apocrypha.
Yeah,
It's an apocrypha. There's a malicious group. All right, they don't bow down to kings, etc., etc. He said we're gonna get all of the Israelites, man.
I already got it.
Okay.
You want to read it?
Oh, give me 1 second. Matthew 13:21. It says, "Yet hath he not root in himself," because he had no foundation, but dureth for a while. He stuck with it 2 years, maybe 3 years, 4 years. "For when tribulation and persecution ariseth," That's what this the time that we're living in now.
Yeah.
Okay? It was all fine and dandy and cool. Watch out for that. Watch your garbage. It was all fine and dandy when you came into the truth, and you could have more than one woman, and you know all the good stuff. You got your fringes on, burgers and fringes, and it was all cute. And you know, oh, we had the Passover, we Israelites, we the chosen. It was all cool, right?
It should be sweet in that mouth, but bitter in that
But that bitterness got to come in. That's what they didn't understand. That's what the part where it said they didn't have root in themselves. All right. Yet hath he not rooted himself, but endured for a while. For when tribulation and persecution ariseth because of the word. This gonna happen because of what you're saying according to the scriptures. All right? Because of the word. Oh my goodness, what happened?
Yeah,
Okay, here we go. So it says, because of the word, and by he is offended. And now y'all want to separate. All right, now, I didn't teach that. Oh, I wasn't a part of that. I didn't do that. Hey, it don't matter. Persecution is going to come. Okay? And let me read it in the NLT real quick. It say, but since they don't have deep roots, they don't last long. They fall away as soon as they have problems or are persecuted for believing God's word.
Yeah,
That's it right there.
it's about your belief.
Yeah.
It's about your belief, because I just lost it, but I think it was still associating with being ashamed. No, persecution. When you look at persecute, it's basically injury to grieve or to alter because of a belief. It's not, they don't care about what you do with, you know, like the brother mentioned yesterday, like a woman, you got a side woman, you got your kids, you got your family, this and that. They ain't coming. They got them as targets, you know, to get to you.
Yeah.
We know you. We had contact with this dude. He makes videos, man. Did you know he called himself an Israelite?
Yeah.
You know, and that's
It's you know, y'all used to say this. And look, you gotta understand, each individual man in this and who's a part of any camp, each individual man who's a part of any camp, they know your email address, they know your texting, they know your phone number, they know your wife, they know your side bitch, they know how many kids you have, they know your father, they know your mother, they know your cousin, they know your brothers and sisters who you don't fuck with. This devil, he's what they call him, big brother. He knows it all. He surveillance everything. He know your IP address. He knows it all.
History.
your friends from high school.
He knows your history, your search history. He has it all. Okay? And guess what? You got your face on a chalkboard, and you have those lines of wife, 3 kids, side bitch, kid out of wedlock. You know,
Your girlfriend, the wife on the side.
You know what I'm saying? You got these the lines of your family of people that's around
Connected to you,
And guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go to them. So ain't no escaping. That's why the scriptures speak about Bible. Should I get that right? Where it says that it shall be you're gonna be betrayed.
Yeah, that's the
People gonna betray you. Your cousins, your family, even your woman possibly may betray. If your kids of an age, they may betray you.
Yeah.
You saying you an Israelite. You saying a white man is the devil. You saying that we the true Jews. It comes with a backlash, man.
Yeah.
Them celebrities, they not protected. You see, they have signed a contract with Satan. So when they get to talking this Israelite thing, guess what? They get a knock on their door immediately. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey man, think about what's going to happen with that persecution. Remember the mother and 7 sons in the book of 2 Maccabees? Each one was tried. Each one was made to try to break. And they did it in front of the other sons and the mother
To break
in the hopes that they would break.
To break them.
And one of them will break. And
break
even the mother, because she was chosen, right?
Yep.
Told her sons, be valiant men. Don't break. And they're gonna do the same.
That was a beautiful system.
Yeah, they're gonna do the same thing to your family members. If they or they just gonna use them as a weapon against you to try to make you break.
Yep.
That's why the Lord talks about in those times you got to be willing to deny all things
That's
as
right.
far as letting everything go. And you got to and really look. Really quick side note: if you do have someone that you're with in this truth, man, and it just so happens that maybe you are looking out from Lord may give it to them to where you can even strengthen them and give them more resolve. That's going to be life in the end, man.
Yeah.
You know, but for the most part, man, a lot of these, what we're really sticking on the focus on is all you people outside of Great Millstone and make it about a Great Millstone Sakari IUIC deal. A lot of y'all are gonna break, y'all are gonna fold, and it doesn't matter. You're not innocent in this matter, man.
No.
Like the brother said, you call yourself an Israelite, you're a target.
Yeah.
You a
If
target.
you want, look, those that you may not be showing your face,
Yeah.
right? You gotta understand
You typed Israelite
Social media.
in the search
Yeah.
bar.
the water.
You typed Israelite. in the
See,
search
Jake
bar.
don't see right.
They got your search history.
Hey, what you talking about? What is this?
Yeah.
You gonna get approached, all right? And that's the thing that you don't understand. Like I remember Apostle Tahar said this years ago. He said, "You gonna find out who that devil is, man.
Yeah, no
Y'all gonna find out who that devil is. You gonna be confused. Like, wait a minute, I didn't do that.
That's just like
You get on this comment board and you say shalom and I like what you doing, brother.
Yeah.
Keep it up. You know, all that's getting tracked and traced, and you gonna have somebody knocking on your door. Because what this is, what people don't understand, what this truth is, like this is actually, this is an army, like an army being built underneath another authority.
Yeah.
You know, in a sense like treason.
Yeah.
We are citizens or slaves in captivity, rising up to. No, we're not rising up to take it over, but that's what it is in a sense.
We're coming contrary to what this country believes in.
Right.
So I got it real quick.
Isaiah 13.
The definition of treason is the crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrow the government. And when we read like in
we're part of the
Seperate
government.
chapter 10 about that because of injurious practices, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right.
That's letting them know your control, your sovereignty is about to be taken away.
Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter, because sovereignty has been given to you, but you ain't been ministering properly.
Through Yahweh Shai.
Exactly.
Through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. See, the elites know what we're talking about.
Yep.
The elites know that the Lord, Yahweh, all right, God the Most High, is sending his son, Yahweh Shai, to take this bitch over.
Yep.
Okay? That's how serious this is.
I got a precept.
Okay? That's how serious this job that we're doing. This ain't nothing light. The elites of this world, they don't want their kingdom taken.
Yep.
This is a kingdom being taken out of the mix with destruction. We tell him the Lord is going to destroy this place and set up his empire. You don't think that these devils, they're like, hell no, that ain't finna happen. We're going to fight tooth and nail.
And to think they always knew it was coming.
So anybody has that ideology, they gonna come after you.
Well, to be a preacher in the Latin, the word preacher means praetorium, which means to speak on another's authority.
Right.
And we tell you the authority we come in, and that's why I had in Mark 11:28 when it talked about when the scribes and Pharisees came to Yahweh Shai, they said, and saying to him, by what authority? Hold on, verse 27, Mark 11:27. And they come again to Jerusalem, and as he was walking in the temple, there come to him the chief priests and the scribes and the elders, which was our own people. It says, and they say unto him, by what authority doest thou these things? Because they weren't happy with what Yahushua was doing.
Yeah.
All right? You got to remember that these certain of these chief priests, scribes, and Pharisees, their daddy was Esau, man.
Yeah.
You know, they loved the oppressor.
Yeah.
You know, and so they, you know, with the same mindset as Esau, man.
They were trying to catch the Lord up in his word,
Right.
so he can get killed by the
Yeah.
Romans.
Yeah, because these certain men that were coming up against Yahweh Shai, man, they had an allegiance to the Romans, man.
Yeah.
All right.
John 11.
And it was even said that, you know, because of Yahweh Shai, they would lose their position in power.
John 11. Yep.
Yep. And so it said, by what authority doest thou these things, and who gave thee this authority to do these things? And that's the way that they look at us, man. But they know, but see, the elites, you know, they know whose authority we're coming in.
Yeah.
You know, Apostle Gabar mentioned the elites know the names of the Heavenly Father and Yahweh Shai.
Hell yeah.
Because in order to accuse your brother to the Father, that means you have to know the name.
Yep.
Right. So, but they know what's going on. They know that potential Israelite, you know, there's a show I told you to watch it, The 3-Body Problem on Netflix. Y'all should check it out. It's actually very good. But it's talking about an alien race that's coming to invade the earth in 400 years. So they're being given time to try to find a way to stop it. And the aliens are basically communicating with them 400 years away, telling them, we're gonna destroy your society and your strength by ruining your science and all that. And we're gonna make you oblivious and never be able to figure shit out. Yes, that's exactly what he's doing now. But so, anyway, yeah, but the whole reason, but yeah, so anyways, but the elites, man, they know that, well, anyways, no, Salaka, in that show, there was one individual towards the end of the season that the government came to get him and put him into the program that they were making to fight against the aliens. And the guy was like, why do y'all want me though? I didn't do anything. He's like, I don't know anything. And the government was said, for some reason, they're trying to kill you. So that means there's something special about you. There's something. Doesn't matter if you search in half Israelite search and you search it up and you close the video right away for, 5 seconds of watching, it don't matter, man. You now mark yourself as a target to Esau because he's watching this shit on the internet. Everything through the algorithms. All right, everything is being, recorded now. Tracked. There you go.
Scared. Esau is scared of this truth.
Yeah.
But he see that he can't control us. So guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna Bob Michelle, real quick. Somebody get that Revelation 12 and 12.
Okay.
So
Go ahead, Al.
All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, and verse 12. And it reads, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Yeah, the heavens is talking about the prophets, the men of the Lord. All right, that's that same heaven that's going to come down in Revelation, the 21st chapter. That new heaven and new earth is talking about the prophets. All right, so rejoice, ye heavens. Go ahead.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Right.
For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
He know that he have a short time, so that great wrath is going to come in the form of persecution. That great wrath is going to come into the form of what is known as Jacob's trouble. Okay? It's not GMS trouble, it's Jacob's trouble. Everyone, even if you're calling yourself an Israelite, or even if you're not calling yourself an Israelite, if you are what is classified on the books as a blacks, Latinos, and Native American, that's where the persecution is coming. It's Jacob's trouble. So no one is going to be exempt from it. The only separation when it comes to that is those that the Lord is going to deal with and have them out of the way, and those that the Lord is not going to deal with. But regardless, Jacob's trouble is coming to the entire nation. Okay?
And to make it bad, I mean, well, they've always had Jacob's targets before we even knew he was Israelite.
Exactly. So this is just the icing.
Yeah.
Exactly. So how much more when it comes to this? Because this is something that they don't want to hear.
Well,
It says, it's grievous unto them to behold.
Exactly.
Well, to prove that, there's an article. Just go on Google and type in "all Hebrew Israelites are identified."
See,
That's
All Hebrew Israelites are identified. And if you scroll down a little bit, there should be an article where it's on the timesofisrael.com. It says how many Hebrew Israelites are there and how worried should Jews be. But it gives.
So that's how you know they scared.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You can't track it, but they're trying to do a census to figure out how many is it. This is warfare.
Yeah.
What you guys don't understand, like this is actually war. Okay? This is the army of Yahweh Shemel Shai, really versus the army of the dragon, Esau.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's why they're doing these censuses. How many is it of them? How many believe? You know?
Yeah, that's what Vocab, he was on the show with some Jewish guy.
Yep.
They was asking random Jakes, well, do you know if God is black or like why are you asking random Jakes about certain things that we believe? Just random
He's
people.
catching a census.
Yeah, exactly. So and it goes to what you were saying, so they're very afraid.
Well, speaking of census, you still have the Slocky.
Go ahead.
You still have the Southern Poverty Law Center that classified, supposedly is going around classifying all of the Israelite camps.
That's what we was talking about earlier. Yep, we brought that out earlier.
Yeah,
not on camera, but if your brother want to go back
I got the
you got it up? Okay,
because they have the whole history here.
Yeah, now they're acknowledging that that the Latin tribes and the North American tribes are included, so you can't call them all
yeah,
black
for a long time it was BHI, it was Black Hebrew Israelite, but now they're like, all right, we just gonna bunch them all in, because at least know it ain't just a black thing. This is an Israelite thing, man.
You know, they were calling Gad and Reuben Negroes back in the 1660s.
Yep.
So, and then they were identifying so-called Negroes as Native Americans.
Americans,
So, you got that article?
Yeah,
Well,
I got
go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
Well, this is the edition of Esther, chapter 13 and verse 4. It said, and they declared unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations.
That's us.
Yep.
Our law, statutes, commandments is contrary to the ways of this world.
Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter.
I got that on my list. and let's just give an example. Yeah, it's simple as not eating pork. We have laws that's contrary to these devils.
Yep.
We have laws that we're not supposed to worship and call on other gods. We have what is known as is it monotheism?
Yeah, monotheism.
Monotheism, which is one God. We believe in one God, Yahweh. Okay? And this world is pan, many gods. So we're already we are already at odds with the rest of the nations because we believe in one power and not many gods and idols and deities. Okay? You got it out.
It said.
They call us malicious.
Right.
Look up the word malicious real quick. Because we malicious because we believe in the law, statutes, and commandments. They think that they view that as malicious.
It says the word malicious is characterized by malice, intending, which I'm trying to remember.
Well, that's what the oppressor does. They'll say that we have malicious intent, but the whole time they've been oppressing us and doing exploiting us on levels that, you know.
They the malicious ones.
Yeah,
We
malicious.
upright.
Exactly.
I
No,
forget, they call it a term.
the motive that the Egyptians had when they looked at Israel when we were in Egypt, they saw Israel as a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And because we were growing in number. So what did they include? Infanticide only against the Israelites.
Yep.
All right, it wasn't against the Egyptians.
Well,
Okay.
now it's Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, genocide.
Exactly.
It's genocide.
Right.
Stealthily. Yep.
But because these nations saw and had a council like, bro, they're gonna try to mount up when they have war against us.
Yep.
But we were never like that. When you read about how Israel was in Egypt, man, we were a peaceful people.
Yep.
So what the fuck you talking about, man? So but
And then they put the hell on us.
exactly,
Like, damn.
exactly. Just in case
We
there's
found
ever
after Genesis 1, being fruitful and multiply.
just in case there's ever a time where they may try to rise up, we'll already have them in subjection.
Yep.
That's y'all's motive.
That's the mindset of these devils
Yeah.
and the nations against
Throughout
us.
history.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it said,
It's
care-
just- my
Select,
bad.
select.
The scripture said they despise us because of our person and who we are.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
righteous people, and they can't stand that.
Yep.
yeah. It says characterized by malice, intending or intended to do harm. It says, but they even have with the intent. They classify intent enough to be a crime.
Yeah.
Like with the intent to
Yeah.
deliver, you
Yeah,
know.
intent.
Yeah. Well, you
Attempt
were
to
gonna
murder.
do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's that
Pre-crime.
That's
Oh,
that
pre-crime.
pre-crime. That's that pre-crime.
I was thinking
Yeah.
this spilled over.
Yeah.
But no Minority Report.
Minority, that's that pre-crime.
Yeah.
That's the thoughts to us. If you see a so-called African American man walking with a hoodie on, nigga, I'm probably cold.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a mask on. I remember when
I had that one
I
time.
remember coming
Trayvon Martin shit.
when I first moved back to Kenosha. I was running. I was fucking 15, 14. I was running in the snow. I was running in the fucking snow. I had a mask on and a hoodie, and detectives, like 4 of them, just popped out and drew guns on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I had a
You fit the
mask on. We
description.
thought, yeah, you fit the description. We thought you were robbing a bank, or you was told you was robbing something. I'm like, nigga, I'm cold. I'm cold. So it was like the intent
Same thing
to
happened
rob,
to me, man. I was in
the
high
intent
school.
to go start some shit.
I was
Even if you driving the same car, somebody did a crime. You been pulled over and questioned.
Yep. But it just happened to me the other day. That literally just happened to me the other day.
That just proves the hatred that Esau has.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
hatred.
But I'm sorry, you can go
Okay.
ahead.
So again, it's in the editions of Esther 13:4, it says that they declared unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations
Uh-huh.
and continually despised the commandments of the king.
And you know what? They right.
Yep.
Because we only believe in Yahweh Shemel Shah, and we're only going to bow down to Yahweh Shemel Shah.
That's right.
Now we can be. Now the scripture does tell us to be in the world, but not of the world, and don't abuse the world.
Yep.
Okay, but we're not gonna side with the wickedness of this
We
world.
ain't coming home with a turkey head or a turtle head to eat.
And they want that.
Yeah.
That's why we're malicious.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Bow
Yeah.
down to our laws. No, you know what? Matter of fact, there's no law. Do it thy will.
Yeah. They look at it
And the
like, how
righteous
dare
is
you.
like, nah, we gonna serve Yahweh Shemel Shah.
That's how Mordecai.
That was Mordecai.
And this-
that was Daniel in the three holy
Yeah,
children.
exactly.
Yeah.
This
They
is
look at it
straight
like, how dare you not be demonic like us?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, damn.
Well, that's what I'm about to. Well, check this out. This is gonna, in a way, back it up. It says that the nation continually despises the commandments of the king, so as the uniting of our kingdoms, honorably intended by us, cannot go forward.
Damn, so your kingdom you can't even stand just because we don't want to eat pork? Like, shit.
They need us. They need us.
No, you're right. We're the life engine of everything
And
in the
they're
world.
claiming that their way is to progress and unite righteously. That's a damn lie.
But when
man.
you,
But
who
everything
unites
is
the
upside
nations?
down, though.
Exactly.
Well, who unites the nations? They use us through entertainment.
Yep.
The
Engine.
rap shit, you see all people all over the world, they doing rap.
Yep. Dance.
Hip hop
Yeah,
dance.
all of that
singing,
brings
sports,
these nations
fighting.
together. And if we're not on board, then they can't really unite.
Yeah, white dudes been wearing skinny jeans, but when Wayne put it on, that put it on the map of the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
so they need us. But that they're saying is, just going back to the qualifying of what's going on in the time of Mordecai. He said that these Israelites, they're not going to bow down to our God or our laws. So guess what we got to do? We got to kill them.
Yep.
That same standard is going to happen today, which is known as going to be Jacob's trouble. Okay, Amalek is on the horizon, which is the small hat, big nose people.
Yeah. That perpetual hatred never left.
That perpetual hatred.
Yeah.
Okay, so understand what we're saying. This thing is going to happen to all. Okay, go ahead.
Salak.
It's more to it. You got to read it all.
Okay,
Read it all.
I found something else as well.
It's more to
Another
it.
precept. Let me see.
We'll give somebody else a precept so you can stay on that.
Okay, fine. Well, I was looking at Daniel, but I didn't even get time to look at the precept.
Revelation 11.
You got that one.
So in verse 5 it says, "See,"
I got Matthew 10.
verse 5 says, "Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men,
There we go.
differing in the strange manner of their laws, and evil affected to our state."
Yeah, emphasis on strange manner. You know, some of the topics we were discussing earlier, that is strange to the world. And what Esau, you know, he's trying to create this new world where he's eliminating the thought of God out of everything.
Yeah, pedophilia.
Yeah.
Pedophilia. Moism.
Yep.
All right, a man can deal with a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old. That we ain't dealing like that.
Mm-hmm.
A man, they have something called in the books called Mambala,
Yep.
Man Boy Lover Association. These fucking Romans and Greeks, man, we ain't down with that shit. Naturally, Israelites ain't down with that shit. Now they have to be seduced through witchcraft and sorcery and the medium, which is the internet, to either say I'm okay with it or well that's just them, or to indulge in it.
Yeah.
Bro,
They manipulate the minds of people to want to be moles.
Right. Did y'all see this clip of this woman with her husband apparently for Valentine's Day, what she did for her husband, what she made him? Did I hear about this shit? This is this past Valentine's, to be romantic as a white person, she had a yeast infection.
I seen that shit.
Yeah.
I seen that shit.
And she made bread out of it, and they both got a yeast infection in their mouth. But people accepted that. That's that's something romantic.
Yeah, when you
Never
read the
hear
comments, you got people that
Yeah. But this is the society that we live in.
that shit.
And in the world, which is governed by the nations, namely Esau, is all on board with this type of behavior. They don't see nothing weird and wrong about it.
This shit annoying, bro.
Internet.
But see, here's the thing about Israel, man. We have the right mindset.
That's
When
why
we
we're
be
supposed to
done
be
with the Lord.
separated. You know, that's why we're originally supposed to be
How-
holy and separated. But the nations, they wanna They want to engulf the
Yeah.
whole world.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And we know we're supposed to be separated. Like, nah,
That's
we
why
want
that
the
nigga,
whole
that's
world.
why that nigga Martin
you know?
Luther King got his motherfucking
Yep.
head blown the fuck off.
Con.
All right.
Yeah, they want us to assimilate because they want the whole world.
I got some right what you said.
Yeah.
Real quick, this is Deuteronomy 32:7. It says, remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. This is why they have to cut off the fathers, to cut off the elders. Because there's a way that we were brought up into customs, traditions of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, and the purpose of them killing that tradition with crack in the 80s and black exploitation and
COINTELPRO.
yeah, COINTELPRO and all these other different wicked devices that we would fall from that standard of being upright, or what would appear to be, upright more than what the fuck it is now. The 30s, the 20s, 40s, Jake was, in a sense, decent as far as the mindset, family structure, etc. So they had to cut the elders, they had to cut off of that mindset. But we could go further, going back to 1619 when we came here on the slave ships. They had to kill off Kunta Kinte, and they had to birth Toby.
Yep.
Okay, they had to cut off the language and give us the broken English, old English.
Yeah, that's why the scripture said they showed no mercy to the old and the young.
Yep, they had to.
Say
Yep.
the young.
They had to oppress the old, get them so weakened as a crouching lion, a laying down lion, and then they birth up the generation.
Yeah.
But it says, acts of their fathers he shall shew thee. And what is that? The law, statutes, commandments, the proper way. Okay?
Yeah,
So
they-
say,
They'll persecute you. They call that grooming, right? It's something like that.
Yeah,
They'll
now,
persecute you
yeah.
now. They'll persecute you, but you did this to a whole nation. You did this to children. You did this to women. You did this
Crazy.
to men.
Yep.
And that's the legacy of America.
Yep.
You see?
And we'll go back to additions.
yeah, let me get this just off of what Ira said about how we're supposed to be separated because it's scriptural.
God.
Deuteronomy 32:8.
Oh, Slocky. But another custom of our fathers is to be separate, like you said.
Yeah. That's this precept.
Because these other nations, they perpetuate nations of whores and degenerates.
Let the scripture speak. It's going to say, it says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. So he set the bounds, meaning the boundaries. You get this
The reason for
land,
that.
Moab, you get that land. Esau, you get Edom, that land. You got Jacob, we got this land,
We
in the middle, yeah.
essentially,
But there's a reason for that, because everybody had their own customs and laws and things that they like to do and customs they like to have according to their many gods that they serve.
We worship
You know?
the true power, and they worship it, whatever.
Con.
For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So Jacob was his chosen. So that's why we're supposed to be separate.
Con.
All right. The scriptures tells us that we are a holy people, which means to be separated. So go ahead.
Going back to additions of Esther chapter.
And even within this truth, I'm sorry, Jake has to have that mindset of we have to separate. Now is we got to separate on a spiritual level.
Right.
Separate on a different level, and you got these Israelites that don't want to separate. They want to be intertwined in they want to be the flesh in the cauldron.
Yep.
As Ezekiel 11th chapter speaks about. You got it.
Yeah, the purpose of what is going on here, man, is like with Moses when he asked the children of Israel, who is on the Lord's side? It's not about camps. Well, we're going to go in our own group. We'll still worship the Lord, but we're not going to ride with you. It's either you serving the Lord and you're going to be seen as a target by the Lord, one of the Lord's enemies, which is Esau. All right, or you're going
Yeah, because you ain't got no choice in the matter.
right, right.
Either you serving the Lord or you don't.
Right, and this is about to see it right here. It says, addition of Esther 13:5, seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men, differing in the strange manner of their laws, and evil affected to our state, working all the mischief they can, that our kingdom may not be firmly established. It says, therefore have we commanded that all they that are signified in writing unto you by Haman, which it says Aman, but it's Haman, who is ordained over the affairs and is next to us, shall all with their wives and children be utterly destroyed by the sword of their enemies without all mercy and pity, the 14th day of the 12th month Adar of this present year. That they who of old, that they who of old, all right, because this is not, I mean,
They put a date on it.
right. But we've been here since the beginning with this. This has been a whole war going on since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
That they,
enmity with,
Yep.
see,
that they who of old and now also are malicious, may in one day with violence go into the grave. May in one day with violence go into the grave. What is that? What did it say about Babylon with Esau, man? That with great violence, you know?
so that city be canceled.
Yeah, because of the violence. All right, and then coming down with great wrath. That's the same thing as violence.
Yeah.
It says, "Man, one day with violence go into the grave, and so even hereafter cause our affairs to be well settled and without trouble." See, and there's a scripture where who was it? Pilate's wife, where she said that because of Yahushua she had suffered many things.
Yep. Matthew 27.
Things in the
just
dream.
read that.
Yeah, I did too.
Us being here, man, is a problem. It brings trouble. It brings bad dreams to these people.
Yep.
Because they know too that we're a special people. They know we're supposed to have the world.
They
man.
know we're gonna have rulership.
Come on.
The elites is waking up to dreams and visions of them being in captivity and the Israelites being above them. Okay. Hell, even I don't know. I'm just talking.
Speculating,
Hell, one of the Rothschilds or these high elites probably came across a Jake and treated him like shit, or you know what I'm saying? Looked at him any type of way. Looked down upon him. They could have been driving in their little limo and seen some niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Like poor,
Yeah, anything, right? And then that same night, he had a dream that he was over him. You know?
Yeah, that's not.
So that's not far fetched, man.
Yeah.
That's not far fetched.
All right.
Nebuchadnezzar had those visions. His kingdom
Yep.
and all the kingdoms.
Yep. Getting a scripture for y'all.
So how much more these evil, vile ass, people?
I got a precept. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and verse 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection," which means violent uprising.
Yep.
A great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
That's right.
All right? And Esau is not, and again, the differentiation is not going to fall under, we found the ones that do fear. We have them, they're not bowing down. And then you're not going to have that mixed, with a group of, we tried these guys, they don't believe, so just let them go. They broke, just let them be. It ain't going to be like that, man. You're going to be tortured. Everybody's going to, especially
That goal is to destroy us.
Right.
Well,
Because even though Esau cornered himself, there's still a moment where he could think, but he could turn. What if he does? What if we persecuted him so bad that he broke? But the Lord can bring that man's spirit right around the corner and make him believe.
Well, that is a example of what you were saying earlier about the 7 brothers. He was trying to turn them as he was torturing them.
Right.
You know,
God,
he was
trying to coerce them as he was torturing. You know, all this can stop. All
Yeah.
you gotta do is just put that pork to your mouth.
Yeah, he was trying to. Well, the other thing too was that they were gonna. He was bribing them with riches and stuff like that too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a quick precept. This went back to the Maccabees. Actually, this is after Jonathan and Ptolemaeus had their war, their battle. But let's go into the last verse because this sings true now today. It's 1 Maccabees 12:53. It says, "Then all the heathen that were round about them sought to destroy them. For said they have no captain nor any to help them. Now therefore let us make war upon them and take away their memorial from among them." Because they think that the Lord isn't dealing with us. They have so much of this world that has been and the darkness iniquity has been built up that they've taught Israel to indulge in. They honestly don't think that the Lord is going to save us, man.
Mm-hmm.
So they think, all right, well, let us destroy them. Let's completely take their memorial from them. Meaning that memory from the earth. That's the same line of thinking in Psalms 83. So this is what Esau is bred and raised to do to the nation of Israel, and he's gotten
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
other nations around him to hop on the train, you know. So when this starts to go down, nobody is safe, man.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's that Revelations 11 and 8. Let me see. Revelation 11 and 8, it says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified." Now, of course, the dead bodies is representing the Israelites, the Israelite nation that has fallen. All right? Because when you go into that word dead, it's symbolic for us falling as a nation of people. All right? All our customs and so on and so forth. All right? Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, because that's what this place is. It's spiritually Sodom and Egypt. All right? Sodom represents the perversion,
Lewdness and all that.
yeah, and idol worship.
Yep.
And then Egypt, which is bondage, where also our Lord was crucified, meaning to be crossed out in this society. Because nobody's ever taught the real, Yahweh Shai. They never taught the truth about the Lord. They slandered him. They put up a picture.
Well, they even said we want to have this man to rule over us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put up a picture of a white man instead of, what he would look like. All right. So verse 9, it says, "And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half. All right. And shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves." All right. So here, the nations have watched us in that 3.5 days, excuse me. It's 350 years.
350 years. Yeah.
Okay, so they seen us in a fallen state. Okay, and when it says my bad. When it says and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Actually, when you go into that word, it's symbolic for memorial. So they didn't have a memorial for us in society. So it's no remembrance of Israel. Okay, so they pretty much had us in slavery. All right, and they never how can I say this? They never gave us our true nationality on who we are. All right.
Yeah.
So they're definitely trying to erase our memory out of the earth and our memorial from the earth. Okay, so it's
Yeah, because we remind them of everything righteous, opposite of their society.
Yeah,
Was it Wisdom of Solomon? Is that Wisdom of Solomon? Where it says he the mindset of Esau, it says he is not for our return.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon too. Yeah, chapter 2.
Because we represent everything that's wrong or that's morally wrong with their society, and everything opposite. So in order to keep future insurgents from rising up,
We should just read that, because that's
Yeah,
it
kinda.
talks about. Yeah, he beholdeth our ways as
Yeah,
to
kinda.
be
I'm
counterfeit.
getting it right now.
All that, because when you go into it, it'll break itself down when you look up some of those words, like the disdain that they really have, and how they claim. We are better as a people, man. When we're in our right mind as a whole nation, yeah, we're definitely the best fucking nation that ever created.
Yeah.
But y'all make it seem like we're out there flaunting our shit. Like when we go out there, we're telling you we don't eat pork, which means we're better.
Right.
We worship one power. Y'all are polytheistic.
All we
as
want to
if
do is
we're-
worship the Lord in
Like
peace.
this, we're uppity and shit, man. That's not what it is, man. This is just the right way to live.
That's right.
You know? What do you got?
I got Proverbs 29 and 2.
Go ahead.
All right, this is Proverbs 29 and 2. It says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice." And like right now, the righteous is not in authority yet. We're not ruling. We wasn't part of that number. And it says the people rejoice. It says, "But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn." Esau is ruling, and we're in a state of mourning right now. And until he's pushed out the way, we're going to continue to be in the state until that time comes.
Yeah, so it ain't no specific group that they're gonna detain and put away, put to death, and then all the other camps can be like, "Hooray! See, the problem is finally out of the way."
You the problem.
Yeah, you as a whole, you Israelites as a whole, and that's what we're showing you. That hatred goes deep. It always been deep, and this is a forever thing until that the final battle commences. And now we're at the point where we're at the end. And he's always known that we're going to be risen up. They just didn't know, exactly when. And of course, the signs of us getting this truth, all right, And us, the scriptures say that we rose up like a tongue.
Let me get that.
I think
You know,
that's what it's never.
that's the brother-
Revelations 11.
Oh, you
Oh yeah, it's still
Yeah,
kind of. So I'm gonna read a little bit more, because that's what they're really afraid of, us awakening, and that's why you have these Christian apologists and all these other groups. Now they doing intel, they're taking it really serious, as you can see. All right. So Revelations 11 and 11 it says, and after 3 days, let me see.
Yep, so they
Yeah,
rose up
after-
an exceeding great army.
Kind of. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them.
Boom.
Right, and that's what we had, because we were, as the scriptures talk about, Ezekiel 37, the dry bones, the valley of dry bones.
That's right.
And that's what we were. We were a fallen people. We were a destroyed people. Okay, but now life is entering into us. Essentially, the spirit of the Lord, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is his commandments, his law, his way. All right.
That's the breath.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
quickening.
Right. So it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them. All right. And this is what the world is afraid of, especially Esau. All right. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Right. And so in Wisdom of Solomon, what you're going to get, the scriptures say, we were grievous to behold. We're grievous to these Edomites. All right. So it ain't a GMS thing. All right. And because of our doctrine, y'all making all Israel look bad. You niggas look bad without us.
Yeah.
And in fact, if we weren't there to create such a balance, all right, you'd be in a worse off situation.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, let these dudes go about their daily lives, and the Lord will come down and throw shit, the Lord destroy y'all, man.
Yeah. So
You know. This is Wisdom Solomon 2. You want to start one?
Yeah, you might as well. Yes. Yeah.
Wisdom Solomon 2:1, it says, "For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves."
Oh yeah, it's yeah. Sure, yeah.
It says, "For the ungodly said," which the ungodly is Esau. It says, "reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave."
Yeah. Now they're trying to find a remedy through transhumanism, which is not going to work. You know.
It says, "For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke and a little spark in the moving of our heart." You know, so they understand that life is fleeting.
Yeah, exactly.
"Which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air, and our name shall be forgotten in time. And no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again."
Right. And so this is their excuse of oppressing the poor.
We don't have any time.
Yeah, and doing bad and exploiting at the levels that they exploit to pretty much keep themselves going. You know.
It says, "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth."
Right. And so that's what they're doing. When you read the protocols of the learned elders of Zion, they tell you straight out. You know,
that
they
use the goyim.
Yeah, they refer to the rest of the world as going.
Yep.
You know, and they're going to use us as slaves, and that's why we got to work till we 75, essentially until we croak over.
Another word they use is the machine.
Yeah.
It says, "Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us." So they're really living it up, enjoying themselves.
They're enjoying the fruits of the earth, you know.
It says, "Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness."
And so they are living lavish. They do live lavish.
"Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place." That's the statues that they erect and the memorials that they have. "For this is our portion, and our lot is this."
Yeah, that's their lot. This is their world, you know.
"Let us oppress the poor righteous man."
So their lot is to oppress the poor righteous. All right, and that's what the war is against. The war is against the elite Edomites who have all the power, all the resources in the world, and they have the greatest military in the world, versus the poor who essentially don't have anything. All we have to our backs is the Most High Yahweh Shemel Shai.
That's right.
You know. So yeah.
It says, "Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged."
Yeah, and so that's why they go after the women. They go after the elderly. You know. So I mean, it's cowardly, but that's their lot, and they know it's their lot.
There was a commercial before we started the lesson with Joe Biden on it, man, talking about Trump is about being, causing fights. I'm here trying to cut and decrease healthcare prices, drug prices, help America again.
Yeah, because he trying to appeal to the
old people.
crowd.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Appealing to a jury of his peers. It says, "Let our strength be the law of justice."
Right.
Ooh.
So yeah, and see that's the big thing with Esau.
Yep.
The law of justice for them, it's just another way for them to go and seek out the poor and to oppress the poor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you see the systems in the world that's set up now. It's not justice.
Yeah.
Their whole system is based on making money. It's a
Power.
capitalist system. It ain't about if you innocent or not until proven guilty. They only care about their high conviction rates.
Yep.
They only care about how many people they can put in prison and how much of a slave labor they can create, so they can create a profit.
Yep. Selling the stock market.
Multi-million dollar industries, So that's the world and reality that we live in. And you think they're gonna stop this? Because they said that we gonna basically they're not gonna let any opportunity to live in lavish to go to waste.
Yeah, it says, "Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness."
So what they're faced with is imminent destruction, imminent slavery forever.
Yeah.
And then you think they're not gonna fight? You think they're not gonna get you niggas out of the way? Because the prophecy is that the promise of an everlasting kingdom is unto us.
Yeah.
And see, now they can't have that to happen.
Yeah,
Because
the
that's devastation on the level that you can't even imagine.
Yeah, the prophecy said
You
they're going
going
to a curse.
Yeah, going from the top to
the bottom. Yeah.
not even the bottom, it's below the bottom.
No throne.
Yeah,
kinda,
No throne, man.
Because the way we gonna do Esau is you ain't gonna see nothing like it ever. You ain't gonna never see this, and he can't. Nobody can save him.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yeah.
Nobody can save him from what's coming.
The same way he was chased out the world in ancient times, man.
Yeah.
It's the same way it's going to happen again. He's going to be totally humiliated.
Imagine a world with no Edomites in no small corner of the earth.
When not one single one of them can conspire some shit to try to be wicked or practice what they are, and their whole thing is to eventually, like I said in Malachi, and if the Lord destroyed, we're going to keep on building back up. Their mindset can always try to build back up, to rebel, to be in opposition to the Lord. And so we coming with that message of your time is up. That shit is over with.
Yeah.
All right, and you're going to be laid down for it because you're trying to push against something higher than us. See, here's another thing, man. These elites and all that, man. See, they're here to try to shatter our faith. But what you don't understand is the person we trust in is stronger than them. So that's why we ain't breaking. We trust in someone stronger. How about Shemel Shai? And that's a problem to them because, again, with power, you can make a statement. You can actually change things with power.
Yeah.
Esau is realizing that with the elect and with the ones that fear the Lord, he can't have his way with them. He can't coerce them, trick them, influence them. And even they even had the movie with Hercules with the Rock. The Caesar or whatever his name was, he said, I can reason and deal with a man who has a price and who can be bought, but I can't reason with is a man who can't be bought. Because you can't tell him what to do. He don't, we trust in Yahweh Shai at the end of the day, man. And that's a problem to the ungodly.
And it's a problem with you Israelites too, you see? Because you niggas ain't got no integrity when it comes to the scriptures and the fullness of the doctrine.
Yeah, they want everybody to be sellouts like themselves, man.
Yeah.
And y'all really ashamed of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
It says, this is back 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 11 says, "Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth."
And that's how they see us. They see us as feeble. And so what? We ain't worth nothing. So what are they gonna do? They gonna exploit and do whatever the hell they can because ain't nobody there to stop them. But this time around, there is somebody to stop them. You know, I'm sorry, but he's not gonna come and meet you as a regular person.
Ain't no negotiating.
He's gonna come with a big ass ship and a armada of ships to follow. Remember, there's millions of angels. Okay.
It says, therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Right. So for the righteous. So that covers all you Israelites. Even though a lot of you Israelites are wicked, but you're the sons of the righteous. You're the sons of God. So you all of are targets. And it ain't no specific that, like I said, you know, they finally get this out the way. Everybody gonna start cheering. See, that was the problem. GMS is the problem with the world, basically, and that's how Jake put it. Like, we the fucking problem of the world. No, it's you niggas with no integrity. You niggas that pander to the world, these worldly views, and try to hold hands with the world. You know, you niggas is the problem. Right along with Esau, Edom, man. And eventually you gonna get sought out. You know.
It says, therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
That's right. You see, and that's why they get mad. They can't unite the world without Jake.
Yeah.
You know. So if we not for their turn, then we useless to them.
Yep.
You know.
It says, and he is clean contrary to our doing.
Right, clean contrary.
Clean.
That means all the way.
Yep.
That we all the way against the society and everything that's going on in the society. There's not one thing we can say. You know what? You know. Esau doing a fine job. You know, we can go with that. No, hell no.
And
Bro.
the scriptures say the whole earth is out of course.
Yeah, that's right.
The foundations of the world is out of course.
Yep.
That's right.
And that's why Yahweh Shai, that's why the scripture says, I think it's in Ezekiel, I will overturn.
Yeah, we read it yesterday. Come. Yep.
So all this got to get overturned, and we are the only ones that's advocates for
Exactly.
a new kingdom.
That's right.
Exactly.
We're the only ones that's really truly advocating for a new rulership, that
That's
new
right.
heaven and new earth.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
Revelation, the 21st, and in fact.
And then you got Isaiah 65 and 17 too.
And Peter is saying, Salaki, I don't want to cut you off. Is it in Peter 3 where it
No, you
says,
good. You good.
it says, seeing that we look for a new heaven?
Yep. In new earth, yeah.
A new rulership.
We to be.
A new rulership.
Okay, here we go. The whole 2 Peter 3 is heavy. Maybe do a side lesson, do another lesson on this whole chapter, because this whole chapter is bad. But 2 Peter 2 and 3 and 14, it says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such, I'm sorry. Here we go, I skipped. 2 Peter 3 and 13, nevertheless, we according to his promise. See, it was a promise made unto the Israelites, okay? Beginning with the elect, it's a promise that the Lord was gonna take this devil out and set us up. Okay, the hand betwixt
The heel.
the heel.
That's right. That's
It was a
right.
promise that Jacob hand held first of Esau, which was a representation of the kingdom's switching.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the reason why the disciples asked Yahushua in Matthew the 24th chapter, when shall the end of the world come?
Yeah,
Which is
right.
what? The end of this age. When is this age is going to be over with? Okay? Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, which is what? A new kingdom, a new rulership. Okay? If somebody get 2 Samuel 7, when it speaks about what the prophet Nathan told King David concerning
The everlasting kingdom.
an everlasting kingdom, but above that it said that he was gonna come, so Jacob wouldn't be afflicted anymore.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. See, so a new heaven, a new rulership, a new kingdom, a new empire, where dwelleth righteousness. That's what we want. That's what we long for.
The
You
world
know?
to be in balance.
The world to be
Mhm.
right,
Yeah, in balance. Yeah,
perfectly
perfect.
balanced.
Of course.
All right, because it's out of course.
That's right.
That's what we want. You know? Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. You see? And a lot of you camps out there is not without fault, because you have a lot of different doctrines out there. And y'all are not aligning yourselves with the true doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's one of the reasons why y'all gonna want to flee from the truth. You know? But you got it out.
This is 2 Samuel 7 and 10. It says, moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, that they may dwell in a place of their own, and move no more.
You gotta read up. You gotta read up.
Yeah, this is it right here.
I know, but I'm saying you gotta
read
read up. Start from when he first came to David and begin to speak to him, because you gotta know who he's talking about. If I'm not mistaken.
Verse 8.
Verse 8. David. We'll be at 2 Samuel. Let me just skim it real quick. 2 Samuel
7.
You talking about the- Okay.
Yeah. Verse 8 tells you that he's speaking to David.
No, start from 8. Yeah.
This is 2 Samuel 7 8. It says, now therefore, so shalt thou say unto my servant David, thus saith the Lord of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, from following the sheep, to be ruler over my people, over Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with thee whithersoever thou wentest, and have cut off all thine enemies out of thy sight, and have made thee a great name, like unto the name of the great men that are in the earth.
So this is talking to King David. Okay, go ahead.
Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, that they may dwell in a place of their own.
This is that promise.
Mhm.
Okay, this is the promise that was given unto us. Go ahead.
It says, and move no more.
Yeah, we
Neither,
won't move no more. What that mean? We won't get
Displaced.
brought into captivity and displaced again. Okay, go ahead.
it says, neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them anymore as before time.
See, that's what we want. Neither the children of wickedness not afflict us again, like as before time.
Mm.
But this is what we long for. This is that new establishment that the Lord promised to with our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Hebrews 12 and 28 said a kingdom that cannot be moved.
That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that goes into the order and the structure of it as far as ruling, you know, our laws aren't gonna budge, man. Scripture talk about our judgment will be executed.
Yep.
You know, it's not gonna be leniency and, you know, look, I'll give you, man.
Mhm.
We're not gonna talk, because already it is, when you go back into Wisdom of Solomon, 2nd chapter, the objective part is where we disapprove of these things.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it ain't gonna be no, yeah.
But before all of this, the persecution has to happen. It has to be something that's going to
Mhm.
stamp it, where the Lord say, all right, I'm going to come retrieve reconnaissance mission. I'm going to come in the reconnaissance mission. I'm going to retrieve those.
Done.
I'm going to come retrieve mine. All right. That's why Yahweh Shai said, he said that then you won't be able to pluck out of the hand. The Lord finna come and get his, man.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So guess what? The persecution has to happen for the Lord to do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
He had to do his act, his strange act.
Yeah.
So the persecution has to happen.
Okay.
Okay? Go ahead, Aki.
And it's, oh man, they don't want essentially Jacob's trouble, so y'all don't want the Lord to.
Y'all don't want the Lord to come?
Yeah, they're afraid. That's why they don't speak about it. This is back in Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 12. It says, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objecteth to our infamy the transgressings of our education.
Infamy is
it's being known
for something.
Notorious.
Yeah, notorious.
You're well known specifically for bad deeds and acts. So,
It says he professes to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he called himself the child of the Lord.
That's what we're doing. We're confessing that we are the sons of power. We are the sons of God.
Right.
I believe it's Hosea, right? Hosea 1 and 10.
Done.
There was said that it will not be said that we are not the people. It will be said that we are the sons of the power. So now we're declaring that,
It says he was made to reprove our thoughts.
right?
He is grievous unto us, even to behold.
That's it.
Annoying. Part of being grieved is being highly annoyed.
He's annoyed that we outside.
That's
He's
why-
annoyed as hell when he see the different camps pop up. Even the fake camps, even the sellout camps.
Hey man,
Esau is pissed that this is happening.
a small form of persecution it comes from being grieved, specifically being annoyed, and what comes after it is being harassed. All right, the scriptures talk about it. I know it's like somewhere in Psalm 70 something, where it talks about how we are harassed on a daily basis. That's why they have the daily quotas. That's why Jake is always being stopped, always being looked at. That's harassment, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking harassment.
So we're the saints of the Most High.
And if they do that on a daily basis, you know, always looking at with snooty looks and this is a community, you know, like what makes you think? Yeah, and they do this shit openly all as like a habit or like a natural instinct. What makes you think they ain't trying to think about other things like that? You know,
It's the devil. Scripture says,
Right.
search out iniquity.
Come on.
It says,
Diligence, sir.
behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
And they are.
Fakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Phonies.
Perfect. Because y'all phony when it comes to, declaring who your nationality.
You have a whole entertainment
All life
industry.
is fake.
You have a whole entertainment industry where you identify people as actors and actresses.
Yeah.
Hypocrites.
Yeah, hypocrites. You're an actor, man. You're a phony. You're a fake.
It says, he abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father.
Yeah, so that hurts their little hearts
Mm-hmm.
because we saying that we're gonna be saved and all that type of stuff. What do you mean gonna be saved? No, you're gonna be, so in their eyes, we're gonna be a slave forever.
Right.
Because even in those the contracts in the music industry, they take people rights for all. It'll say in the lines for all perpetuity.
Yeah, it's
We
drafted.
have the
Yeah.
deeds to this, the rights to this certain this music for all perpetuity. And
Even
all
after
that
you
type of
die.
stuff. Yeah, so Esau wants to enslave us forever, man.
Yeah, man. Copyright.
If he had control of the spirit world, he'd have us in
slavery after he
and
dies.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, hell will be real.
Yeah, hell will be
Yeah.
he'd have us enslaved, our spirits enslaved.
Yeah.
Yep.
Essentially, that's what he.
If he had the opportunity.
Man.
That's what he going now.
But you
Black
can't
slavery.
do it.
That's another reason why he's trying to live forever. Like, you know how Esau gives you those judgments, 135 years, 200 years.
Yeah.
And you look at the transhumanism, especially with the Karagma, they're trying to figure out ways to cure things like blindness and terminal illnesses and things of that nature. So if he was to cure all of these diseases and we were to live forever, he would have people locked up for 300, 450, 500 years, man.
Man, he's
In
got
chain gangs.
there's
and
a
shit.
there's a code in Esau's technology. Well, all you got to type is remove input guards, and it gives him access to control you.
Those are back doors.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. So yeah, man. There's always something behind it, man. I think this brother said it earlier. You're fixing to know who this devil is.
Time.
You're gonna learn who this devil was.
Yeah, that's what Apostle Hart said years ago.
Yeah.
He said, Jake gonna know who that devil is. Because y'all don't really understand what the devil is, man. You know, you Israelite groups out there who want to walk around with guns and to Passover, and you're putting all your information on it, or y'all have this idea that you can actually do something with this devil. Al-Azhar said we got more guns right now than the police.
How?
GMS is humble, man. We told
How?
Apostle Tahar put it out there.
Well,
He
the
said-
police from who was walking past them or whatever and shit. But
Apostle-
like, that's nothing to boast about.
Right. Apostle Tahar said, look, keep it real. If we went to war with Esau, man, we'd get slaughtered.
Yeah, he gonna
Slaughter.
go with
Fucking
his
matter.
sword. With his
They
weapon.
got fucking,
lasers.
they got goddamn devices where they ain't gotta be nowhere near us to kill us.
Yeah.
What are you niggas talking about?
You see that?
They got heart attack rays.
Yeah.
Sound waves.
They got rays where they can point it from goddamn 100 yards.
Fixate.
We could be at camp and they could be 3 blocks away and shoot a ray or something, and we could drop dead. And I personally believe they got shit out there that they didn't try some shit on us before, but the Lord prevailed against it. I believe they didn't try to shoot a fucking mini drone, mini missile, whatever the fuck it may be, and say it was a gas fire. You know? But the Lord protected us out there.
That's right.
All right? There's been many times where people have walked up.
Well, it was like that time we were going to go to camp down there at 3rd Street, you know, and this brother made the spiritual discernment. Now let's go where we're at now. You remember the shooting?
And then they had the shooting right at the block.
Yeah.
So the Lord is guiding us. They had the shooting right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the Lord guides us, man. The Lord guides us.
That's right.
Because this devil is trying to get at us, man. He is trying to kill us.
Yeah, everything ain't all hunky dory.
But Jake ain't thinking that. They just think burgers and fucking fringes. It's an Israelite party. It ain't. It's cool. You know, have a couple of drinks, some laughs, ha he's. You got Eve walking around with babies and shit. Okay, it's cool, cute.
What
Y'all
next?
don't know that man. This is fucking war we're in.
Mm-hmm.
This is war, man.
Yeah.
Like what we dealing with, this is actual war, man. We are soldiers of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai on land. We're the ground soldiers right now, and we're just declaring that our king is on his way. That's a declaration of war. Isaiah the 13th chapter, lift up a banner. We're lifting up the banner, which is the scriptures. But when you lift up a banner in actual war, that's a that signifies this is who my allegiance is with. Yeah. Our allegiance is with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and we are against this this current rulership.
That's right.
That's a declaration of war.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Jake think everything is a fucking joke. All right.
Technically, Esau really looks at it as treason because we're his captives or his citizens.
We said that earlier when we were going.
If I could finish this verse
Salaki,
real quick, because this.
That's why I'm sorry. I just watched the whole series of Spartacus within the last 2 weeks, right?
Wow,
There we go.
I love that show.
Man,
Good ass show.
I just started.
I ain't seen. I'll watch it. I'll
was
fall
back on
asleep,
50.
and it'll still be on and
50,000.
shit like that. But anyways, I forgot who told Spartacus. Somebody told him. He said, man, it was cold. It was a cold saying too. He basically roughly saying it. He said, yeah, I'm finna, you know, when he wanted to kill everybody. He said, look, I'm finna take this shit over. I'm finna like slaughter these motherfuckers. He said, you don't know that one rebellion from a slave, that means all of us is gonna die. You know? He said, well, that's the sacrifice that, you know, you put yourselves into. Something like that. You know, they didn't put themselves into, but his point was, they killed my wife, guess what, I'm finna kill them. And his homie was like, look, if you do anything, they're gonna kill all of us. So if any one of us rebel, this is rebellion. We're rebelling against this establishment, against Esau's kingdom. So that means, guess what? All of y'all gonna have to die. All of y'all gonna have to get it.
And what that
Was that right
That
before
goes to
he
what
slaughtered
you were
them?
saying. That goes to what you were saying earlier. That they're gonna blame GMS.
They gonna blame us.
for all of this.
Huh.
You know,
They gonna blame.
somehow they gonna blame us for you know Esau coming down with that great wrath.
Not the pull up boys.
Right.
No, not
See, not the pull up boys who willingly
Think
want to
act
go
like
and
they
start and incite shit. You know, not Sakari who actually holds guns at camp and posts.
Does absolutely nothing. Though.
Not IUIC who has a million man marches all around town. That's a threat right there. That's an actual threat.
Yep.
But they want to come up against the ones that all we doing is saying we waiting on the Lord and hold the Bible, and we're the bad guys.
100%.
Go ahead.
This is an account between the three sons, Shadrach, Abednego, and Meshach, and Daniel. Meshach.
Abednego.
It was in Daniel, the 3rd chapter, just an account. In Daniel 3:10, it says,
And then I'm gonna bring this article up too.
"Thou, O king, hast made a decree," which the king was Nebuchadnezzar, all right, "that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace." So there was a punishment for not listening to the king's demands to worship the image, basically, that he had set up. which was if y'all remember which one was it? Worship. Let me see.
Yeah, chapter 3.
Yeah, chapter 3. They were to bow down and worship at a particular time, and it said that if they would not worship, they would be thrown into a fiery furnace. It said, I'll just continue. It says, therefore, at that time, when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, and the languages fell down and worshipped the golden image. There you go, the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar, the king, had set up. Wherefore, at that time, certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to King of Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, psaltery, sackbut, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worship it, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Now it said, there are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. And we've already let you know that, here with prophecy, then it's going to be fulfilled. There's going to come another time again where you're going to have to bow down. You're going to have to choose whether you bow down or choose to refuse.
That's where the mark of the beast, which is glorified Egypt, comes in.
Exactly. And so, speeding up into this time, that's what it is. Back then, it was, they would, erect certain images, idols.
Yep.
But this is an example of, what's in that, the punishment or the sentence against those that did not bow down was that they would be cast into a fiery furnace. So it said, then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? So they did, they inquired, we've seen you not doing it, what's going on? It says, now if you be ready, that at what time you hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, you shall fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if you worship not, you shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? So it's like the same way with what did y'all say? I said Nicanor. Nicanor. Are you sure this? I thought it was okay, Nicanor. But the same way, all these other kings at previous times, which, as we always say, Esau is always at the forefront. If these kings act like this, Esau even more. But their mindsets was, well, I'm a mighty king on earth. So that's why he said, who would deliver you out of my hands?
Well, Esau, he likes to think himself to be all of those in one.
Right.
He has that pride where he feels he's better than all of these nations in the world before him. So he predicate himself on the level.
Who is it, Mr. K.O. and
Yeah.
hear what you got trying? Son, Buddha of God, Allah, all rolled up.
Yeah, word of one.
It said in verse 18, but if not, be it known unto thee, O king. Now this is the thing, man. See, because being a part of this, whether you choose to affiliate with Great Millstone or not, or be in a camp or not, or you type Shalom, you're going to be seen. This is an example. All right, everybody, when you stand up and you try to now say that you're an Israelite, or you got the fringes on your shirt throughout daily life, man, you now represent an image.
Yep.
There's an image behind Israelite,
Yeah.
Hebrew Israelites, camp,
There's a terror behind it too to the nations.
Yeah.
There's a
Think
terror behind it.
Right.
That's
When
Revelation 11.
Esau, I ain't talking about these goofy ass Billy and Jane ass motherfuckers walking around. The elites, when the elites and the higher ups who know what the fuck is going on, they see Tyrone ass in the store with his fringes on. That is fearful to them.
Yeah.
It's fearful to them.
Yeah.
It's fearful when they see us on the highways and byways. But now they're looking around and they seeing Jake wearing fringes everywhere. They talking about the Bible. They talking about Israelites. You ain't the real Jew. Straight reproaching them.
Straight.
It's a straight reproaching to them. So they're gonna come with fears, like they're gonna wail like a travailing woman to try to attack us.
Tumultuous, tumult.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, a sign of a tumult. That's commotions of war. Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's
it's,
how they come.
so it's verse 19. It says, well, verse 18. Be it, but if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. It said, then was Nebuchadnezzar the king, all right, of Babylon, said he was full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, because when these other councils or whatever that were set up to go out and make sure everybody was doing what they were told to do, to bow down and worship at that time, it was found out that just these three were the ones that weren't bowing down.
Right.
But what's going to happen when you have everybody now? Some are standing up, in the spiritual sense. Some are standing up, looking around. What's going on? Wait a minute, hold on, this ain't right. You got others that are fully aware of what's going on. You think Esau's going to take time to, to split the guy up that doesn't believe the most yet? We'll maybe, torture him a little bit and whatever.
They ain't got time for that.
Yeah, they go, like the scripture said, they're going to come with wrath. Well, no, I think the one you were quoting was in the second address, the 16th chapter.
Well, that's the
Spare-
one I got.
Like mad men sparing none.
Yeah, I got that one.
Come on. But I'll finish this. It says, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 17 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And Esau is going to come with his army, man. All right, all those men that are ready to come down on American citizens, but mainly what do you call them? African Americans, Mexican Americans, Native Americans. It don't make no difference, man.
Well, to your point, when you said the elites, when they see the Jake fringes and they think the Bible and what we're saying, it's a terror to them. Well, they know the stories of our forebears. They know the story of David leaping over a gate. Elijah bringing down fire from heaven. They did breaking a steel bow with his arm. They know about those stories. So they know how much they're oppressing us too, and how bad they're doing us.
That's
and
why
how
they
bad
always
they've done us.
That's why they always send like 7 to 8 cops for one Jacob.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah. There's still videos now today that of armies of cops jumping on Jake and they can't stop
Like
him.
with Katrina.
Yeah.
Like with the Hurricane or Katrina, man, there was plenty of those pictures.
Yep.
Trying to get old Jakes out the house. It took
Yep.
4 Edomites to get him out.
Yep. Or Occupy Wall Street, they were tasing Big Jake at the mall. They was at a rally, and 7 cops jumped on him, and they couldn't get him down. And they was tasing him and everything at the same time.
That just only infuriates Jake. So
That's
imagine
Jake at our worst estate.
imagine the fury of the Lord in Jake towards you Edomites or anyone else. So they gonna
I
come.
still had
You said what?
yeah, just 2 verses.
Yeah, and then we can probably end it on this one. Yeah.
Okay, because this is going straight to y'all points. Well, he got Wall's point too. This is back in Wisdom Psalm 2:16. It says, "We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience."
Right, so all that, all the Israelite talk, you know what I'm saying? They gonna want you to, they gonna prove it, they gonna test it out, basically.
Threats won't get across. It's going to take action.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
It says, "Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, and we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death."
Yeah, and
For-
so that's what they got set up.
God.
You know, they want us to put us to death shamefully, and also they want to discredit us on in the media.
God. Yeah, it says, "For by his own saying he shall be respected." It says such things that they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
We fools.
Kinda, yeah.
Counting is like madness.
Yeah. Yeah, because they gonna fuck around and find out. You know? You know,
Find out.
they saying let us prove if his words be true. They gonna fuck around and find out, and they gonna see that God hand, that hand of God come down on them.
Yep. That's
yeah,
it.
because it's broom. You can't get away with as much as you've gotten away with it,
Yeah.
and said as much blasphemy as you have,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
think
how much-
nothing's gonna happen about it. You know, because the Lord says, "What?"
It's that horn that spake with the devil,
Great things.
that horn that spake
Yeah.
great things.
Kinda.
That's America, which you release. We got it into this
Yeah, that
one
was it.
last.
Kind of. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols." And that's dealing with the chip, all right? Because being idle is essentially you being, I don't want to say use the word fixed, but you're gonna be detained, all right, to say the
Yeah.
least, all right. And they're gonna give you things what was offered unto idols that are Vaidichi. Okay, so it says verse 68, verse 69, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, all right, and in reproach and trodden underfoot. So say you are an Israelite camp, and you consent unto Esau, or whatever he has, set up, and you consent unto it. Well, most of you gonna consent unto this new world order, and you're gonna be trampled underfoot. They're gonna laugh at you because that's derision.
Yeah.
They're gonna mock you, and then they're gonna trample you underfoot.
Yeah.
Because their whole agenda is to wipe you out any damn way. All right, verse 7.
Picking
it
the
says,
wrong
for,
side.
yeah, for verse 70 it says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." All right. So that accounts for every Israelite. All right.
Yep.
"For they shall waste and take away their goods, all right, and cast them out of their houses." All right. And that's why the scriptures say it warns us to be pilgrims upon earth. And so the scriptures give us clear, instructions. But a lot of you individuals, you want to be a part of this world somehow, some way, and you want to join a community, a farming community. You want to buy up land and all of that stuff. Man, they're gonna rage and shit. All right.
Yeah, the law's already on the books. National Defense Resource Preparedness Act, which was signed in 2013 under Obama.
Yep.
That was right after NDAA,
That was-
and they can.
Wasn't that Patriot Act 2?
Yeah, that was right after Patriot Act 2.
That's
So they signed. So he signed an NDAA with the Patriot Act 2
Yep.
and the National Defense Resource Preparedness Act, which is the NDRP, which
Yep.
which tells you that they can proclaim martial law in peacetime,
Yeah.
and they can use any resources that belongs to the populace and bring it under government control. No matter if you got a grocery store, your house, your ass, your dog, all your vehicles.
Everything belongs to them.
Well, you
Exactly.
remember when they also classify anybody who has like three or more days worth of food?
Mhm.
It's like classified as a terrorist.
Yep.
Oh, that's under the
Yes.
Homeland Right-Wing Extremist
Right,
Act.
Yep.
So
you think
Hoarding is going to become a crime.
yeah,
To stock and shit. Like
Mhm.
Well, that's why this whole
Yeah.
global warming thing is, the decarbonization shit is all
Yeah.
prevalent now.
Yep.
and that's why they created the Terminator seeds, so that way food doesn't grow naturally. And they create the GMOs, so they can control the food
Modifiers.
They're
supply.
gonna starve you out.
Yeah.
Yep.
All this stuff is coming, and even regular doomsday preppers know this shit. You know what I'm saying? But you got Jake, playing prophet on the
And
highways
they
and
still gonna
byways.
get caught off guard for the most part.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, see, that's why I made a lesson last week. It says the way you think it's gonna happen, it ain't gonna happen. A lot
Yeah,
of
I didn't
people
think it's gonna play out.
Preparing,
It's gonna
yeah.
play out.
you preparing a certain way when you ain't got no clue. The Lord gonna hit you people in a way
Unawares,
that you,
man.
yeah, exactly. It's a thief in the night.
That's why we, through the Spirit, the Lord is gonna guide the prophets before anything happens. We're gonna, that brother may get a dream.
Yeah,
That's
that's most
or,
of the
each individual camp through the Spirit, each individual church may have some type of warning. You know what I'm saying? An angel, hey man, we in them times. We believe it. We believe in angels coming to visit us. All right, warning us.
Because the standard is an obvious sign. So the Lord's gonna make it extremely plain for us, man.
The supernatural things are coming. That's gonna alert alert the men of the Lord, man. It always has happened. Why not now? And we're in deeper doo-doo than back then. We're in some deep shit.
Yeah.
We got the devil, the scriptures speak about him sharpening his sword.
Refurbished. Yeah.
So it's been refurbished. So that's his technology. It goes into really his technology.
Yeah.
The missiles as well, but his technology is at its peak.
It was said that in the Maccabees, he was practicing and perfecting his craft.
Yeah.
So it said that he had engines of war back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, how much we
Yeah.
need more now, man? And bros have posted, clips of
Man, he got some
where it
shit.
said that knowledge shall be increased
Mm-hmm.
in the span of 500 years. Technology had a big bump,
Yeah.
like a quantum bump. Because quantum just means great.
Especially when you look at in the last 20 years that even we've been alive. We've
Right.
seen technology go from
Right.
from
We didn't
analog
have
radio.
iPhones when
Huh.
we was growing up. It
We
ain't
had-
like we all
we had
old and shit.
clamshells.
We had flip. We had
the
flips.
Nokia brick
Nokia.
phone.
Yeah, so we
You know?
we may be young, but we ain't that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, because
Mhm.
that everything is going like this, so
Yeah.
the time is speeding up.
Yeah.
So we have witnessed from this to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Barely
But,
have radios working. Now they can put a chip in your brain.
yep.
In 20 years.
We grew up with the cord,
Yep, the cord
earphones.
headphones.
Now we got the goddamn
Bluetooth
the
headphones.
Bluetooth
Yep.
shits.
Yeah.
We didn't have Bluetooth as kids.
Mhm.
Now we do. So
CD
everything is
players.
advanced.
Yeah.
CD,
Well,
CD
now they got
players.
this thing.
You can
know,
be on the
cast-
phone in your car.
There's a lot of shit out here, man.
They got what they call casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you know how you can cast something to your TV.
You do it in your mind. You
They
do it in
do
your
it in
brain.
your
You have
mind.
technology for the brain.
Yeah.
So hey, it is what it is. We know what's going on, man. So finish that off and we.
All right, so this is 2 Ezra 16 and 71. It says, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none,
Yep.
but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
The prophets.
Yeah. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen,
Because the chosen is going to be protected by Yahweh Shem Shai. Go ahead.
and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Yep.
Hear, O my beloved, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand." So, not just GMS trouble, but Jacob's trouble.
That's it.
You see? And it says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be not afraid, not a doubt, for God is your God."
Is that the same chapter where it says, "Make you ready to the battle"?
Yep, that's in 40. Yeah. So yeah, man, and you can't forget the fact that these are the same Edomites that was in the Roman Empire. It was the same Edomites who was in the Greek Empire. And what did they do? Antiochus. What did they do? They killed the young, the old, all of that. See, you niggas are just mindless or unmindful of who this devil truly is, man.
The devil is.
And to your own detriment,
Whole
to your own destruction.
proclamations to kill year-old babies and under.
Yeah, bro, they ain't
Yeah,
playing.
man.
They ain't
Yeah.
playing. They can't wait to kill off the babies and stuff like that. Especially these nigga babies. Oh man, y'all through.
That's right.
Yeah, he saw it because he saw it. He looking at the future.
That's right.
So
Hey, well, with that, we'd like to give our word out of praises too.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
That one sound Apostle Great Millstone citation, the IQ on the four corners, pushing his truth and sincerity, love, diligence, respect, and trembling. A Bible ball.
A Bible ball.
I got you.